under the vast blue sky of rural America, where nature is at its purest and most peaceful, we meet two lost souls, each facing their own storm. On one side, a girl with eyes that reflect the depth of a recent loss. On the other, a horse with its coat faded from abandonment and sadness. Separated, each survives. Together, they promise something extraordinary. This is the story of how an unlikely friendship became the anchor of their lives. Prepare to embark on an exciting journey, where healing comes galloping across the fields, and the gentle touch of a hand can mean the beginning of a new life. The transformation they experience is nothing short of mind-blowing, a testament to the unbreakable power of the bond between a human and an animal. Stay with us to discover how this connection not only changed their lives, but also brought new light to everyone around them. The tragedy that befell the girl was both sudden and devastating. On a cold winter night, a car accident took the lives of her parents, leaving her an orphan and alone. Her life divided between the home of distant family members and the incomprehensible pain of an irreparable loss. In the silence of her grief, the girl closed herself off from the world. Her smiles disappeared, and her days became a shadow of what they used to be. At the same time, on a small farm a few miles from where the girl lived, an abused horse was also facing its own abandonment. Neglected after the bankruptcy of a riding school, he was left to support himself on what little pasture grew in a neglected field. His coat, once bright and full of life, was now dull and matted, and his eyes, once alive with the spirit of a young steed, showed the weight of his loneliness. The convergence of these two souls occurred when the girl's aunt, in an attempt to stop her estrangement, purchased the horse at a local auction, thinking that the responsibility of caring for an animal could help the girl find a new purpose. The first time she saw the horse, there was a palpable sense of mutual understanding. They were both broken, in ways only the other could understand. This introduction to the horse was not just a gift, but a sign of hope. As the girl began to care for him, slowly, the exchange of affection between them began to restore a sparkle in her eyes that had long been lost in the darkness of grief. Together, they began to walk a path that neither of them could travel alone, a path toward healing and rebirth. The horse's arrival in the girl's life marked the beginning of a new stage in her recovery journey. Although initially reluctant and intimidated by the presence of this large animal, she soon discovered in him a silent companion who shared her pain without the need for words. The horse, who was named Chase by the girl, showed signs of neglect, but his kind eyes and calm demeanor quickly won her heart. In the early days, the girl learned to care for Chase, feeding him, brushing his matted coat, and cleaning his stall. Each task, although simple, became an act of mutual therapy, where each brush and each caress seemed to not only restore Chase, but also rebuild a part of her that was lost in sadness. The transformation began subtly. First, it was Chase's gaze that changed, going from a look of resignation to one of expectation each time she approached. Then, it was the girl who began to show changes. A shy smile here, a low laugh there, rare moments of joy that began to pierce the fog of her grief. This period of adaptation not only solidified the bond between them, but also reintroduced the girl to the outside world. Chase has become more than a pet. He was her confidant, her guardian, her friend. In Chase, she found a listening ear and an understanding heart, a spirit that, like hers, needed healing. As the days turned into weeks, the bond between the girl and Chase deepened. They spent hours together in the fields, where she learned to ride. Each gallop was a lesson in trust and release, and each silent walk across the field was a chance for both of them to leave their hurts behind. These moments not only strengthened their connection, but also restored hope in their hearts. The girl, who once found comfort only in her solitude, now sought Chase's company whenever possible. With him, she felt safe and understood. Chase, in turn, began to display a new vigor, as if her presence gave him a new reason to live. His frequent glances, and the way he gently leaned his head against her while brushing, were silent witnesses to his gratitude and affection. The most significant transformation occurred when the girl decided to participate in a small local riding competition with Chase. Preparing for the event became a project they undertook together, and the training process served to further strengthen their bond. During this time, the girl learned not only about riding, but also about leadership, patience, and resilience, skills that shaped her personality and helped her face other challenges in life. On the day of the competition, while they waited their turn, the girl caressed Chase, whispering words of encouragement. His performance wasn't perfect, but the smile on his face as he completed the course said it all. Winning or losing has become irrelevant. What mattered was the journey they had traveled together and the barriers they had overcome. This shared experience not only solidified their bond, but also taught them about the importance of joint effort and mutual support. The girl, who had lost so much, found in Chase a loyal partner and a reason to look to the future with hope. As the relationship between the girl and Chase strengthened, their emotional wounds began to heal. The girl, once enveloped by the shadow of grief, began to display a new light in her eyes, a reflection of the joy Chase brought her. She now laughed more freely, and her face, which before had rarely lit up with a smile, began to shine frequently. The transformation was palpable, so much so that even her family noticed how she became more open and expressive. Chase has also undergone a remarkable metamorphosis. From a sad and reclusive animal, he became vibrant and energetic, always ready for a new adventure with his human companion. His health has visibly improved, evidenced by his now lustrous coat and bright, lively eyes. The care and love he received from the girl had revitalized his spirit. The surrounding community also began to notice and admire the change in both. They have become a source of inspiration for many, a living example of how compassion and mutual understanding can transform lives. At local events and community gatherings, stories of their recovery and the unbreakable bond they shared were often highlighted as testaments to the resilience and strength of friendship. Healing came not only in the form of regained joy, but also as a new purpose for the girl. Inspired by her experience with Chase, she began volunteering at an animal sanctuary, helping other horses and animals who had suffered from neglect and abuse. This work not only amplified his positive impact on the world, but also strengthened his own recovery, giving him a sense of mission and contribution. Their journey of transformation and healing showed that even in the darkest moments, light can emerge when you have hope and the support of a true friend. And for the girl and Chase, each new day was a promise of more happy moments and new opportunities to grow together. The girl and Chase's journey of overcoming culminated in a transformation that reverberated beyond their individual lives, touching the hearts of everyone who witnessed their evolution. The girl, once dark and withdrawn, now stood out as a beacon of hope and strength, a testament to the healing power of friendship and empathy. Chase, in turn, not only regained his vigor, but also became a symbol of resilience and renewal. In this final chapter of our story, we reflect on the lessons this unbreakable bond teaches us. Through their interaction, we learn that healing often comes from where we least expect it, and that support and affection can completely transform the trajectory of a life. Their story shows us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that the courage to face our challenges can be found in the company and love of a faithful friend. In closing this narrative, it is essential to highlight the impact that the girl and Chase had on those around them. They have inspired the community to adopt a more compassionate outlook and become more actively involved in helping others who are in need, whether human or animal. The girl, in particular, has become an animal advocate, using her story to promote awareness and involvement in animal protection. So let this story serve not only as a tale of personal transformation, but also as a call to action for us all. May we carry forward the legacy of compassion and empathy that the girl and Chase so powerfully exemplified. And may each of us make a difference in the world, just as they did. Now that we've shared the girl and Chase's moving journey of overcoming and transforming, we invite you to take this inspiration further. If this story touched your heart and made you reflect on the strength and resilience we can find in the company of others, whether human or animal, then we ask that you not keep this emotion to yourself. Share this video with friends and family to spread the message of hope and healing. Leave a comment below sharing your own overcoming experience or how a special animal helped you through a difficult time. And if you're not already subscribed, join our community by clicking the subscribe button so you don't miss our future inspiring stories. Additionally, if you feel moved by Chase and the girl's story, consider supporting an animal sanctuary or rescue organization. Small gestures can make a big difference in the lives of many animals that need care and love. Together, we can create a wave of positivity and transformation. Let's make a difference, one step at a time. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next story.